Big announcement for Melbourne Victory with a new head coach, Grant Brebner, appointed into the role. And joining me to discuss this and other matters, the chairman of the Melbourne Victory Football Club, Anthony Pietro. Anthony, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Michael.
Tell us a little bit about how you reached the decision, a decision that surprised some people.
Yeah, it may have from what we've heard, but look, it was quite a process. It was quite different given the circumstances that we were living under. But I think in the end we are so convinced and so happy and proud of where we've got to, because Grant is a coach that we've always wanted to be the head coach. I think I said it to you last time I was on the show. He's a person that has spent 6 years with the club in coaching. You just never know when that's going to arrive. It happened with Kevin as well. You never know when that start date's going to be, but he is well and truly prepared. The work that we undertook with the process was comprehensive. We had a football committee. We listened to our football people. We listened to our members. We listened to our partners. We listened to all of the key stakeholders at the club, because it is a club decision in the end. But we're very happy with the advice we had from the football people, and of course Grant, being a true blue Victory person with Victory blood running through his veins, is an added bonus with his appointment.
I suppose one of the big questions you had to grapple with as a board would be the lack of senior experience.
Yeah, look, that's a definite consideration, and Grant knows that we're looking to surround him with the support that he needs, but he will play a key part in those decisions, and an assistant that brings some real experience and support around him is going to be very important. But that work is now underway.
Talk us through the last sort of couple of months, because I know that you spoke, there were other names that were bandied about, some high-profile coaches, and then when Grant took over the team, you spoke on this show about how impressed you were with him. What impressed you most about Grant Brebner? Yeah,
look, I think from a football perspective, our team was analysing Grant's performance. It was very important to us to understand how ready he was, and it was out there for everybody to see. He was able to bring through inexperienced players. He was able to bring together the players that remained with the team during a difficult time in the hub, but play a brand of football that Melbourne Victory wants to see. And that was very important to us, on top of everything else that he brings. So it was a very important time. It was a short time. It was a different environment, but Grant has what it takes.
What are your expectations on the coach and the club and its performances on the park next season? Because you're a club that has high expectations. Your last championship was in 2018.
Yeah, look, Michael, we don't want to waste any time. I think it goes without saying that we expect to be back challenging as soon as possible, and that's next season. There's lots of hard work to go on, and Grant's going to hit the ground running, because him and the football committee, Drew Sherman, our GM of football, Paul Trimboli, utilising their internal resources and external relationships, are working hard on recruitment already, and they know that we need to be up there. Any Victory person knows we need to be challenging.
As a board, no doubt you'd look at your last coaching appointment, Marco Kurz, which didn't work out for the football club. Does that put more pressure on this decision? Was it a harder decision given the fact that you knew that the last one didn't work out as you wanted it to?
Yeah, look, it is tough. In the 15 years of being involved at this football club, every coaching appointment is critical, and we've had some. Last season was the most difficult and disappointing we've had, but this decision is based on what's the best decision. And the pressure's always on, even when we're performing well. We need to be up there every season. I don't want to hear about it, and our members don't want to hear about rebuilds and things like that. We have to get stuck into it, and we have to be competing next season. And Grant knows that, the football department knows that, and they're up for it. What sort of mandate do you give Grant? There are a lot of unknowns at the moment, the CBA being one of them, which has an impact on the salary cap. But right now, we sit here today and he needs to recruit players. What do you go out and tell him? What sort of budget does he have to play with, or does that move? Is that a moving part? It is moving. It's not finalised yet. We know that there's going to be less funds available for all of the clubs. We don't know what that's going to look like, but we're working within what we estimate that to look like. But we're on the same. It's going to be a salary capped environment, and then of course you'll have the marquees and other things. So we'll work with what we know at the moment, because it is a changing place every day. But Grant and the footy department have enough to work with to get out there and start recruiting. We will be spending our full budget on what's available and what is allowed to be spent for this coming season. I can assure all of our members of that. And of course, our partners have got on board and supported us. We can't be more thankful. We need their support, and our membership is out now, and we know all of our members will get back on board and get behind Grant.
What are the immediate priorities for the club? Because there could be Asian Champions League. Are you supportive of, as a club, to participate in that, given everything that's going on at the moment?
Oh, absolutely. We want to participate. It'll only go ahead if it's in the right environment, in a safe hub. So that will go without saying, and we want to participate. We want to be successful in Asia. We understand the challenges. We have to put a squad together. And look, Grant is very clear with the football committee that they will recruit players based on them being a success over both Asia and the A-League. They're not going to make rushed decisions on recruitment.
Salary caps aside, obviously you can bring in a marquee outside of that salary cap. Does the board, given Grant the imprimatur to do that?
Absolutely. The recruitment that's underway at the moment includes looking for marquee.
Chairman, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks for joining us again for another special edition of Victory TV.